Hello, my name is James, and I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with you how Arcana Recovery identifies individuals at a high risk for relapse and helps provide them with the resources they need to get back on track. To start off, welcome to the Organization Dashboard Overview. This overview is great for directors or case managers who want to get a better grasp on what Arcana Recovery has to offer. For starters, we all know it's important to know how many participants are in your total caseload. By taking a look in the top left, we can see that there are 11 participants in our overall programs. We can also see that there are 3 circles to the right that represent the relapse risk levels of the participants. As you can see, there is 1 participant in red or high risk, 2 in yellow or medium risk, and 8 in green or low to no risk. Let's see if we can't find out who the participant in red is and why they're at a high risk for relapse. If we take a look down here at the CRS workload, we can see whose caseload the high-risk participant is in. It appears that they are under Asher L's caseload. Let's take a deeper look into their caseload by clicking on the number 2 under the total CRS. Next, we'll click on Asher's name to view his caseload. Then, we'll scroll down to their mentees, and it looks like Charles X is in the red. Let's find out why this is by clicking on their name to view their overview. As we can see in the score section here, we can see that Charles is at a high risk in 3 of the 4 score categories. Let's take a look at these individual categories to see where the problem is. Looking at his goals and milestones, we can see that his employment goal is red. If we click the drop-down arrow and view milestones, we can see that Charles didn't complete their resume. When we reach out to Charles, we can see if he needs help with his resume and connect him to resources that can assist. Next, we can take a look at his attendance. We notice that Charles has missed 3 meetings recently, or he didn't log them in the app. In our conversation with Charles, we can see what's preventing him from attending or logging the meetings. Lastly, we can see that their connection score is red, which means that they haven't been communicating with their peers or their CRS on the app, or maybe he isn't participating in support groups. Let's see if we can't connect Charles with resources to help get them back on track. There are 2 things we should look for to help Charles: someone to help with their resume and some support groups. We can help find these resources in the Resources tab. At the top of the resource search, we can filter the list. First, let's search for employment services. As you can see, it returned 3 results that all provide employment services. Now, if we click on Riccio Employment Services, we can view their information to give to Charles. Next, let's look for support groups. The Give Back support group looks like a good fit to give to Charles. Now that we've identified the risk areas that Charles is struggling in, we can provide proactive support and resources to help them get back on track. Now, not only can we see how participants are doing individually, we can also view the overall status of our programs. So let's see how our programs are doing. Here are all the programs in your organization, the number of participants in each phase, and the overall status. As you can see, the treatment court program is doing great, which we can tell by the green status. However, the drug court isn't doing as well. Let's click the drop-down arrow on the program to find out more. It looks like the score is affected by the participant in phase 1. Let's see who it is. Looks like it's Charles again. Their status is red. If we look at phase 2, we can see that Calvin is doing well and has a green status. This combination of green and red statuses gives the drug court program an overall yellow status. Now we can see which phase participants might struggle with and proactively provide them with resources to help them complete their tasks. Now that you've seen how the Arcana Recovery platform can help you monitor participants in the overall status of your programs, do you think your organization could benefit from it? If so, reach out to us through any of these means: website, email, or the phone number below.